This podcast is supported by Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. RVs are for sharing adventures with family, friends, and even your pets. So if you bring your cats and dogs along for the ride, you'll want Progressive RV insurance. They protect your cats and dogs like family by offering up to $1,000 in optional coverage for vet bills in case of an RV accident, making it a great companion for the responsible pet owner who loves to travel. See Progressive's other benefits and more when you quote RV insurance at Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pet injuries and additional coverage and subject to policy terms.
Dealing with hidradenitis suppurativa, HS, is tough. But you're not alone. Before I started Cosentyx, I looked at the website and saw it had many years of clinical research. That made me feel confident.
Cosentyx secukinumab is prescribed for adults with moderate to severe hidradenitis suppurativa, HS. Don't use if allergic to Cosentyx. Get checked for TB before starting. Increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur, like TB or other serious bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. Some are fatal. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms like fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur. Learn more at 1-844-COSENTYX or Cosentyx.com.
Don't wait. Ask your dermatologist about Cosentyx.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car right in your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
Let me tell you a story about the legendary master. Welcome to Access Black Belt podcast, focusing on karate, mental health, and everything in between. And today's episode is sponsored by Karate for Mental Health CIC. If you would like to grab a t-shirt, visit their website. They have a different designs, different t-shirts, different apparels. I'm sure you're going to find something for yourselves. All the income from that project coming towards the Karate for Mental Health CIC with the free classes and support and supporting community. So if you want to check that, you're going to grab the t-shirt, go to the description down below. So, legendary master. Imagine two people talking. One says to the other, "Oh, I've seen your master in a pub. He was flawlessly fighting with 7 guys, and he was like in a movie. The punches were flying, and he was avoiding them like in slow motion. Dealing with everything comes to him. Nobody could touch him. He was knocking them left and right, and kicking really high, doing flying kicks, and literally all the toughest people in the area been in that pub and couldn't touch him. It was just magnificent. This guy was, it was brilliant. And, you know, you've got a great master to teach your martial arts. And the students were saying, "Oh, wow, when did that happen? Oh, which pub was it? How many people?" And the guy saying, "Oh, it was in this local pub here where all the toughest guys coming, really rough. And I've seen your guy coming in, your teacher sitting down and drinking beer, didn't fuss anybody, nothing. And then suddenly guys jump in on him. And it was like, you know, in Kung Fu movie or Karate movie, he was unstoppable. His technique was flawless and so on and so on." And oh, that's great. That's great. I'm really lucky to have a great teacher. And then the student asked the teacher, "Hey, why you never told me about this fight in a pub?" You know, the guy was saying that you've been great and you've seen it, everything. And the master says, "Well, because it didn't happen." "What do you mean you didn't happen?" "Well, that guy, first thing, have not been in the pub. And he heard it from 3 other people who've been in the pub. And there was no fighting. And I was in that pub. Yes, I was in the pub. And we had a misunderstanding with somebody. And I bought him a beer and we sat down and drank it and I went home." So I was like, the student is puzzled. "Master, but why? why did you not correct it? I must correct this. And no, don't correct the people, because that's how the legend grows. And something happens, people see it, make their own version of it, pass it to somebody else. Next person grows the legend even bigger. Then the following person grows the legend even bigger. So the master, the young student asked master, but why you're not saying that is not true? He'll be honest. But master says, well, the legend brings students into the dojo, so it's better keep it. And then you've got the fame, people coming in, they try training, they're staying just like you, young students, stayed. And this is how the story goes with all the masters. And you know how I know? Because I am that student. And that was told in my neighborhood when I started training with my teacher, and one of my friends told me about that great fight in a pub that never happened. And as we know, people's perception of the events is not reliable statement of facts. We all changing it. We all make it our own stories, and we all have our own views on it. And more people have it. It's like Chinese whispers. The story grows. It's like a story with a caught fish. The fish getting bigger with every person saying about it, and this is the same with a masters. It doesn't matter if it's Okinawa masters, Japanese masters, European masters, knights, samurais, and so on. The legend grows, legend gets bigger, and don't get drawn into that thinking that that's the truth and the only truth. And the same is with other masters. So you've got Gogen Yamaguchi, who've been flying, levitating, fighting tigers bare hand, floating over a wall and killing hundreds of Manchurians with his bare hands. You've got the same with a Masoyama, killing big bulls, chopping the horns off, all prepared and stuff, but it's a great sales tactic. So you're growing a organization, you need something spectacular. Got the same with Funakoshi. I think it was Funakoshi grabbing somebody with his arm and the other guy hitting him with a metal bar, and he never let go. He punched through the wood and stuff like that. That's highly questionable in my opinion. You've got a Motobu going and fighting in the pubs and winning with everybody, and really it's pretty much the same story as with my master. So if you want to be a great master, create the legend, let it grow, don't correct it, and so on. Today again I had to record in a car because my laptop updated with Windows again and something went wrong. So I had the microphone working, it can see the microphone, but it will not record. So here in the car waiting for my son to finish his music, so the short one. Next week we've got a couple of guests, so if you're gonna be listening to this on Friday, you're gonna be listening to Sensei Vince Morris. And if you're gonna be listening next week, I'm gonna have again Sensei Russ Smith talking with me about a syllabus and how to create a syllabus. And maybe we're gonna talk about masters as well, and we'll see how it goes. Again, if you would like the t-shirt, Karate for Mental Health, support a good cause with a quality garment, head and grab the t-shirt from there. If you would like to support those guys, there is a donation button as well. If you would like to jump in on a seminar with us, check out my website. So let's book CO UK, as all seminars with me around the Europe and around the UK. Hop in, let's train together, let's have fun. Much appreciate your time, much appreciate your support. Be a legend. Well done for listening to all of it. You are a superhero. Thank you very much for your support. And if you could leave us that review on a podcast platform, that would be amazing. I appreciate your time, appreciate your support, and I wish you all the best until the next one.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
Stop by Sherwin-Williams and get 30% off select paints and stains June 13th through the 23rd. It's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Refresh your home inside and out with colors that make every space feel brand new. From cozy interiors to stunning exteriors, we've got the perfect shade for your next project. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.